Hey, what's going on, guys? Do you want to know how to rewire your ignition switch to bypass all them safety switches? Or maybe you got one that's broken, or you got an older mower that you replaced the engine on and you're trying to wire it up? Well, in this video I'm going to show you how to get rid of this giant spaghetti mess of switches and wires, and just bare simple. This might look like a little clusterfuck only because we got a little bit of extra wire in here, but it's real simple. Simple as can be. Alright, first and foremost, you got to have a good ground. Not only for your ignition switch, but your engine. And the battery on this thing is dead, so I'm going to use jumper cables to show you all. But yeah, like I said, you got to have a good ground on your engine. Make sure it's good and clean, not rusted, so it's got a good ground connection. And obviously that's too smooth, so I can't hook it on there, it won't clip. So I'll hook it right there on the bracket to get it ground. But anyways, okay, so now for your wiring here. You have your magneto wires right here in the blue, and then you have your coil, which is right there in the orange. And that's gonna tell your engine when to crank over and fire, and also recharge your battery. Alright, so your black wires, all the black wires are just ground wires. Some of them you can try to bundle them and try to relocate some of them to get better grounds, like I've done right here. I took and got a ground wire coming straight off the ignition coil, straight to the side of the chassis. Right there. Then I've got one at piggyback off there going straight to the ignition switch. Then going back from the ignition switch straight to the chassis, and then straight over here to the engine, and then from the engine to the frame. That's all your black is. Your brown, now that you know, if you that's for your headlights. You can take that out if you're not going to use headlights, or if yours is busted or whatever. You can just cut that out of the way. Keep it out of the way. Your white, which this one's too long, I'm going to make it shorter. Like I said, I did this with big old spool of wiring out here, cutting it all down, rewiring it, and then got it all hooked up correctly, and then put it in. Now I just got to make it all shorter. Your white, well, that's simple. That's your ignition. That goes from your solenoid straight to your ignition. Like I said, this one's way too long. I need to cut this thing way down. Honestly, I could cut probably all of it off and just piggyback it right there. Alright, so, but I'll do that here in a minute. As far as making these wires shorter. Like I said, your wire, oh, and then of course you got your battery. Your battery side coming to your solenoid right here. Oh, with your red from your ignition switch right here. Your red coming up to your ignition switch, going straight to the battery side of your solenoid. Then you have the red on the opposite side of the solenoid going straight to the starter. Simple. Like I said, if you need to, watch the video over. It's simple. Simple as can be. Nobody out there, I've noticed, has a point blank, straight to the point, simple 2 or 3 minute video telling you how to wire it up. It doesn't take a half hour, an hour. It takes 15 minutes. So, alright, that's how you wire it up. Like I said, but this battery's dead, so I got my charger right there. I got it turned on start, and I'm going to hook it directly on to the battery side of the solenoid. So we got juice, coming straight from the charger instead of coming from the battery, straight to the solenoid. And then, like I said, you got from your solenoid, you got a ground. It goes to your engine, then from your engine to your frame. Well, like I said, the battery's dead, so easy to just do it that way. Well, so you get it all wired up, and all you got to do once you get it all wired, just give your motor a crank. And if it fires up, hey, guess what? You got it. No, I'm just kidding. And there you go. And then it's going to fire right up. If it doesn't fire right up, you may or may not have left your coil wire unhooked. So you gotta make sure you gotta make sure you ground that properly too, because otherwise, when you get the engine to fire up, you go to turn your ignition off, and the engine won't shut off. You definitely don't want that. Get these wires, that blue wire out the way. Like I said, I got to cut these all way shorter because they're into the way here of the deck assembly, the release for the blades. I don't want them getting caught in the steering box right there. So I'm definitely going to make them shorter. But yeah, like I said, that's on how you wire it up. I gotta get enough slack here, because see, best way to do this is take your fuel tank out. Make sure I got good connections here. Let's see, let me set this phone down 1 second here. Alright guys, once you get all your wiring redone, you can just simply hit the trigger. Oh, come on baby, damn it. That's what happens when you got good grounds, good connections. Let me show you out here. I can't let it fire up because that fuel tank's gonna fall over. There we go. Like I said, I can't have it fire up because that fuel tank's gonna fall over. And it spilled over just a second ago. That's why I had to pause it for a minute. And I'm back. I spilled fuel, and I definitely don't want to ignite that. Have a fire on my hands here. All right, but anyways, there you go, guys. Self-explanatory. I say, if you need to watch the video again, watch it again. There's exactly how you wire up your ignition to bypass all your safety switches, or if you put in a different mower on your engine on your mower, or you got a different mower and it has a bad motor, or the ignition bad, something like that, and you can't figure it out. There's how you rewire it. Do me a favor, guys. Show the channel some love. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Y'all have a great day.